The late afternoon sun, a warm, buttery yellow, streamed through the kitchen window, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. 10-year-old Anaya sat patiently at the sturdy oak table, her bright pink backpack, adorned with sparkling unicorn keychains, resting against her chair leg. Across from her, 6-year-old Ibrahim, his small frame barely reaching the tabletop, hunched over a worksheet filled with intimidating numbers. His brow was already furrowed, a tiny mountain range of concentration forming between his eyes. "Okay, Ibrahim," Anaya prompted softly, her voice a gentle melody. "Let's try this one. 5 plus 3. She pointed with her pencil, its eraser worn from countless corrections. Ibrahim mumbled, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He counted on his fingers, then added 3 more. 6, 7, 8. He looked up, his eyes, the color of warm honey, sparkling with a fleeting triumph. Anaya smiled, a quiet warmth spreading through her chest. He was usually so quick, so eager to learn. But today, she sensed a subtle shift, a hesitant tremor in his small hand as he gripped his pencil. It was the quiet battle against numbers, a familiar foe that sometimes overwhelmed her little brother. And Anaya, as the older sister, felt a deep, protective instinct to guide him through it. They moved through a few more problems, each one a small victory. 2 plus 4, Anaya offered. Ibrahim counted, his lips moving silently. 6, he beamed, his earlier apprehension momentarily forgotten. But then came the problem that always seemed to trip him up, a numerical wall too high for his small hands to scale. "Now, Ibrahim," Anaya said, her voice still calm. 8 plus 6. Ibrahim's smile vanished instantly, replaced by a look of sheer panic. He stared at the numbers as if they were tiny, angry monsters about to pounce from the page. He tried counting on his fingers, but his small hands only had 10, and the numbers stretched beyond their capacity. His lower lip began to tremble, and his shoulders hunched, making him seem even smaller. "It's too big, Anaya," he whispered, his voice barely audible, thick with impending tears. Anaya felt a familiar sigh building in her chest. She tried drawing little tally marks, then explained the counting on method, starting from 8 and adding 6 more. But Ibrahim just shook his head, his eyes welling up, a single tear escaping and tracing a path down his cheek. The colorful numbers on the page seemed to mock them both, abstract and unyielding. Anaya's patience, usually as vast as the ocean, started to feel like a small puddle, shrinking rapidly under the pressure. She could feel the frustration radiating from Ibrahim, his pencil slipping from his grasp, his whole body tensing. He was on the verge of giving up, and her heart ached for him, and for her own inability to make it magically clear. With a frustrated groan, Ibrahim pushed the worksheet away, sending his pencil clattering to the floor. "I hate math. It's too hard," he declared, his voice cracking with emotion, another tear joining the first. He slumped in his chair, his head down, refusing to look at the offending page. Anaya's heart sank. She didn't want him to hate math, to feel defeated by something that could be so much fun. She looked at the abandoned worksheet, then her gaze wandered around the familiar kitchen, searching for some elusive answer. Her eyes landed on a vibrant bowl of fruit on the counter. Bright red apples, sunny yellow bananas, and a cluster of deep purple grapes. Then, a spark, small but bright, ignited in her mind. "Wait, Ibrahim," she said, her voice softer now, infused with a new idea. "What if we don't use numbers for a moment?" Ibrahim sniffled, slowly lifting his head, his tear-streaked face etched with skepticism. Anaya walked over to the fruit bowl, a mischievous glint in her eyes. "Let's pretend these are our numbers." She carefully picked up 8 shiny red apples, arranging them in a row on the table. "You have 8 apples." Then, with a flourish, she added 6 plump purple grapes next to them. "And I give you 6 grapes. Now, how many pieces of fruit do you have altogether?" Ibrahim's eyes, still a little red, widened. He looked at the colorful array on the table, The abstract concept of 8 plus 6 suddenly made real, tangible. He slowly reached out, his small finger carefully touching each piece of fruit as he counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He paused, then continued. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, he exclaimed, a triumphant grin spreading across his face, chasing away the last vestiges of his tears. The abstract had become concrete, and suddenly, math was not just understandable, but fun. 14! Anaya cheered, giving him a jubilant high five. Ibrahim giggled, his earlier frustration completely forgotten. They continued the rest of the homework using various kitchen items: spoons for subtraction, colorful toy cars for another addition problem, even a handful of crunchy cereal pieces. Each problem became a game, a treasure hunt for the right answer, transforming the once dreaded worksheet into an exciting challenge. With each correct answer, Ibrahim, his confidence soared, his small chest puffing out with pride. He was no longer afraid of the numbers. He had found a secret language to understand them. When the last problem was solved, Ibrahim proudly held up his worksheet. Every answer correct, every number conquered. He then threw his arms around Anaya, burying his face in her shoulder, a tight, heartfelt hug. Thank you, Anaya. Math isn't so bad when you have apples and grapes. Anaya hugged him back tightly, a warm, fuzzy feeling spreading through her. She realized that sometimes the best way to help wasn't just to know the answer, but to find a whole new, creative path to it. And in doing so, she hadn't just helped Ibrahim with his homework. She had helped him discover the pure joy of learning, and in turn, strengthened the beautiful, unbreakable bond between a big sister and her little brother. The kitchen, once a battleground of numbers and tears, was now filled with the sweet scent of success, the quiet hum of shared learning, and the enduring warmth of sibling love.